you know the story? I better tell you the story. You see, in bygone times, Holly, especially in Scotland, these lairds, great landowners, owned big, large estates. When they had children, when the children was born, the betrothed children to each other said, your baby daughter will marry my son, or vice versa. And this particular estate was owned by two young couples, and they were neighbours, just like two big farms, you know. And they said, one had a son and one had a daughter, and they betrothed to each other, because they were good friends. But by the age of 1 year old, the boy completely disappeared. He was gone. He had vanished off the face of the earth. No one knew. Someone said he was took off with the gypsies. Someone said he was took off with the fairies. No one knew where the boy had. His body has never been found. And there were so many stories around. But the young lady grew up, and she kept in touch with the young boy's parents. She'd never married. At the age of 18, she used to walk from her own estate. The land bordered each other, and she'd walk to the woods to pick hazelnuts, because she loved to pick hazelnuts. And then, one day, this is what happened. O Lady Margaret, she sat in her high chamber. She was sewing her silken seams. She looked east and she looked west, and she saw those woods grow green. So picking up her petticoat beneath her harling gown, that's when she came to the merry green wood. It was there that she let them down. She had not pulled one knot, nor scarcely three, when the highest lord in all the country round came a-riding through the trees. He said, why do you pull those nuts? How dare you bend those trees? How dare you come to this merry green woods without the leave of me? She said, once in time those woods were mine, without the leave of yours, and I can pull those nuts, and I can bend those trees. So he took her gently by the hand, and he gently laid her down. And when he had his will of her, he rose her up again. She said, now you have had your will of me, come tell to me your name, and if a baby I do have, I will call it the same. He said, I'm an earl's son from Carlisle, and I owned all those woods so green, but I was taken when I was young by an evil fairy queen. But tomorrow night is Halloween, and all those nobles you can see, and if you will come to the 5 mile gate, it is there you may set me free. First they will come some dark, and then they will come some brown, but when there comes a milk-white steed, you must pull its rider down. Oh, first I'll turn to a wicked snake, and then to a lion so wild, but hold me fast and fear me not, I may be the father of your child. Then I'll turn to a naked man, oh, an angry man I'll be. Just throw your mantle over me, and then you will have me free. So that night at the midnight hour, Lady Margaret she made her way, and when she came to the 5-mile gate, she waited patiently. Oh, first there came some dark, then there came some brown, but when there came a milk-white steed, she pulled its rider down. First he turned to a wicked snake, then to a lion so wild, she held him fast and feared him not, he might be the father of her child. Then he turned to a naked man, oh, an angry man was he. She threw her mantle over him, and then she had him free. Then cried the voice of the fairy queen, oh, an angry queen was she, saying, if I had have known yesterday, oh, what I know today, I took out your very heart's blood and put in a heart of clay. So Lady Margaret on the white milk steed, Lord William on a dapple grey, with the bugle and the horn hanging down by the sides, it's merrily the road away, away, it's merrily the road away. And that is how Lady Margaret set William free. He said to her, tomorrow night is Halloween, and all these nobles you will see, meaning the nobles that the Fairy Queen had taken along with him. But the nobles hadn't got a clue how to get set free, but he knew that Lady Margaret could set him free. But he had to find someone who was not afraid of a snake, a lion, or a naked man, who would hold on to him and love him till he performed all these shapes. And that's why Lady Margaret won him and set him free from the Fairy Queen. And the Fairy Queen said, if I had known yesterday that you were going to do this, I'd have put a heart of clay in you so he would never have fell in love with her, and then he would never have been set free. See, this was a story. It's a fairy ballad. Yeah.
And Duncan, it had to happen on Halloween?
Yeah, it was Halloween night, because that's when, according to true tradition, that's when fairies and devils and all the evil spirits has to be set free for 1 hour, from 12 to 1. That's an evil hour, from 12 to 1 on Halloween night. That's an evil hour. That's when the devil can set his imps free if they want to go. But they're only set free for 1 hour. So if she had to conquer and break the spell, that's why she came at 12 o'clock and waited for him coming at 12 o'clock. I mean, they say there come some black and some brown was horses coming up with all these knights that the Fairy Queen had took away. And she knew the particular one she wanted to get was the one on the white steed. She pulled him down. I suppose if she'd have pulled anyone down of another steed, it would have been the same thing. They were set free for 1 hour.
Yeah.
That's why they were riding that night.
Why is it, Duncan, that when he's turned into a naked man, says an angry man was he?
He was angry and naked. Every naked man is. If you catch me when I'm naked, I'm going to be an angry man.
Oh.
That was the idea, you know. He was an angry man to be caught naked with a young, handsome woman, you know. That's why he was angry and wild.
What about the place? Is there anything special about the place where she...
Well, it's supposed to have happened down someplace in the borders, Carlisle. It tells you I am my earl's son from Carlisle, so it must have took place down in the borders between Scotland and England. Some of these large estates down in Scotland and England. But the thing is, I have never found a version, even I've heard that sung in many different ways, I've never found a version that brings us closer to Scotland than Carlisle.
Right.
So it must be a half English and Scottish
Right.
ballad, you know.